Our next stop is the Merrimack Valley Hospital, where we get to speak with former Mayor Jim Rurak.
Could you explain a little bit about why you decided to go into the mayor's race again this year? And of course, you have quite a background to talk about as well.
Well, I loved being mayor, challenges of the job. I loved doing things for people and for the city. I'm very proud of the record that I had. We built 3 schools, a police station, upgraded fire equipment, highway equipment across the city. We improved the quality of life. We were named the best place to live in the Northeast by Money Magazine the second year I was mayor.
Right.
And I believe we could be that again if we had a positive attitude and some concrete plans for making our city better. And at the same time, many people I meet say, Jim, we remember all the great things you did, would love to vote for you, but there's one thing that sticks in our craw, and that's the Hale Hospital and the Hale Hospital debt. And if this were just about me, I wouldn't be running, but it does bother me that something that was one of the best news stories and most positive accomplishments of a whole team of people in the city. I know Bill Pike, other people who worked with me to make this hospital private. And I asked if we could come here today to symbolize what I think is the positive story about the Hale. If you look at the building back here,
Right.
this was grass before. This is all full of doctors' cars. The emergency room here has won awards. It's increased its volume. It's over 30,000 visits per year of
Right.
emergency visits. This building behind us that is where you see the Merrimack Valley Hospital sign, right next to it is a doctor's office building that the people who bought this facility promised to build and did.
Right.
And this whole facility turns over almost $1 million a year in taxes for the city.
Right.
And that should have been the foundation on which we began talking about other positive contributions. And I'm here to focus on some of the positives.
Another thing is you have a lot of memories about the Hale Hospital.
Oh, absolutely. This facility is the outgrowth of a long-standing commitment that the city made to the hospital. It was in the early 30s when the private hospital went belly up, that the city took over and made a municipal hospital during the Depression to provide necessary services for the people. People would have died if the city didn't take over the hospital. And over the years, it continued to get deeper and deeper and deeper into the business. My decision in 2000 was, when the hospital lost money again, was would we rely on the idea that we could make a profit here to cover our losses, or would we try something else? And I realized that a municipal hospital couldn't survive. So we had to really either close it or sell it. And I put all of my efforts into selling. I didn't even run for re-election that year because I wanted to make sure that this hospital survived. It's not only survived, it's thrived. Their jobs are up 25%, volume is up 25 to 50% in the overall hospital, and lives are being saved.
Right.
And money's being made for the city. In the year 2000, 2 out of every 3 hospitals in Massachusetts lost money. Some of them the big ones, like Beth Israel. But what they had was, Beth Israel had to sell $21 million worth of its real estate just to meet its operating budget. Well, we didn't have real estate to sell that was other than the hospital to meet our operating budget.
Right.
So what we needed to do was get out of the losses business. And what we did here was stop the bleeding and get another facility to take its place.
Economic development, do you have any specific plans for that?
Well, it should be kept in mind that when I first took office, there was no economic development director. We hired one, and we filled the Ward Hill Industrial Park east and west. We opened up the Hilldale Park, got a grant for a road there. So I'm going to put a focus on bringing in industry that creates good jobs. I do think that it's nice to have stores like BJ's and Lowe's and Target, and we need to make sure that the factory buildings that we're filling with real estate, my first priority is going to be to fill them with industries again that pay a decent wage. And I don't say it's bad to have these big box real estate, but my priority would be industry in industrial parks, high-tech industries if possible, food industries where possible, all those things that I think pay good taxes, pay good wages, and overall give something to the city that it can use to improve its services.
Very good. Jim Rurak, thank you
very
as
much.
always.
Thank you. Thank you.